So, ayan, tapos na ako mag-set up ng ating Excel. So, i-input na natin to. Ginawa ko ay nag-split screen ako para madali siya. So, ilagay natin observation. Ay, ayaw niya mag-type ulit. Observation. Then, for the next cell, we have leaf surface. Why is it like that? Wait a minute. Then for letter B, we have leaf surface area. So, ayan, leaf surface na lang. Then, we have the chlorophyll. So, lagay natin. Chlorophyll. Okay. Okay, so, observation. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that one. Then, so I will just copy this one. So now that our table is complete, so let's input our formula, which is equals foreign. Yan, click na natin itong foreign. Tapos, ilagay natin itong ating B, this is column B2. Tapos, we have, mali. Let's get na natin. Hanggang B11. Then, we have, which is, pak natin siya. This one, C2 hanggang C2 hanggang C11. No, pwede nag-input siya ng ganun. C2 until C2 hanggang C11. Ayan, then we enter. Yan, which is we have 0.9876. Yan, now we have that value. Okay, so dahil nakuha na natin yung kanyang value, ngayon naman ay tingnan natin sa chart kung siya ba ay positive, or negative, strong, or weak ang kanyang correlations ng deep surface sa chlorophyll. So, copy natin to. Copy natin tong table. And then, punta tayo sa insert. Punta tayo sa chart. Then, sunod itong scatter chart. Tapos, tingnan natin dito. Ayan. So, ito siya. Wait lang. Move natin na lang natin siya. Taran! So, kita natin pataas. Itong, natin. So, lagay natin dito sa table. So, siya ay merong positive. Positive siya. Tapos, siya din ay magkakadikit sila, oh. So, meron din siyang strong, positive, strong correlation. Okay. So, that is for our problem number 1. So, ibig sabihin, ang amount of leaf surface ay meron siyang positive, strong correlation with the amount of chlorophyll sa leaf. So, that is for our problem number 1. The next, for our problem number 2 naman tayo. Okay, guys. So, ito naman, we have the second problem. Zoom out natin and basahin natin siya. So, the problem number 2 is the drug dosage and bacteria growth inhabitation. So, correlations nila with each other. So, this problem explores the relationship between the amount of antibiotics administered and the size of the zone of inhibition observed in the bacterial culture. So, okay. So, meron tayo, we have the variable 1 and variable 2, which is our x and y. So, for x, we have the drug dosage. Then, for the y, we have yung zone of inhabitation per diameter. Yan. Then, Ayan. So, we have our observation 1, we have 5, which is the dosage. We have 5, 15, 25, 30, 40, and so on. Then, we have here sa inhibition diameter, which is millimeters, we have 8, 11, 14, 15, and so on. So, ano bang ating goal? Ang goal natin ay makalculate natin ang correlation coefficient nito. Yan, to quantify their linear relationship between the dosage, drug dosage, and the inhibition zone size. Okay, so, like ginawa natin kanina, lagay natin dito sa Excel ang ating formula, which is equals Corel. Ay, di pala tayo nakakapa. Okay. Never mind. Nagano naman siya. So, we have, anong column to? B, B15 hanggang, B15 hanggang B24. Yan. Then next, we have our, for array number 2. Ay! Oh no, I clicked it. We have this one for array number 2, C15 hanggang C24. Then we enter it. So we have the value of 0.992259. Yeah. The next, tignan natin kung positive or negative ba siya, kung weak or strong ba siya. By, yun, gagawin ulit natin, insert. Ay, i-ano muna natin tong, copy muna natin tong both ng ating netong both ng ating table. So, we have this one and this one. Then, hanggang dito sa dulo. Hanggang dito sa dulo ng ating table. Then, punta tayo sa insert. Then, charts. Then, we have the scatter charts. Then, click natin to. Yan! So, nakikita naman natin dito sa itsura ay siya ay isang, yan, move natin to. Okay. Meron tayong positive. Kasi, pataas siya. So, lagay natin dito, meron siyang positive. Tapos, kita din natin na magkakadikit yung linya. So, it's positive, tapos, strong. Strong din siya. Strong correlation. As we can see in our chart. See, oh, pataas siya, tapos, magkakadikit lang tong kanyang linya. Okay? Next, we have our problem 3. So, let's go on that. So, next for our problem number 3, we have the correlation of study hours and their test score. So, this is, regression pala. So, this problem models the effect of time spent on studying on the scores obtained in a biology exam. So, ang tinitingnan dito sa data na to na kapag nag-aral daw ba ng mas madaming oras ay mas malaki daw ba yung score na makukuha dun sa biology exam dito. So, una, we have the independent variable or the X natin, which is the study hours per week. Then, we have the dependent variable, which is Y, is yung test scores natin out of 100 ito. So, ayan. Let's screen record this one. So, I already input itong mga data. So, yan, nilipat ko na siya dito sa Excel. The next, tapos isa pa sa goal ng ating, dito sa problem na to, ay dapat alamin natin yung A at B, at saka para ma-predict natin kung ano yung sunod kapag 12 hours. So, di ba natapos yung data natin sa 11 hours? So, next, predict natin kung paano naman kung 12 hours ang study per week. Kung mas tataas ba, bababa ang score. So, okay, punta ulit tayo dito. Same as usual, insert ulit natin ang ating formula. Equals Corel ulit. Tapos, for the array number 1, we have this one, this column. Yan. Oops. So, let me enter it. Then, for the, ito natin ba? Ayan. Oh no. Ilagay ko din yung arito. Then next, we have dito, which is the pangalawang R natin. Ayan, okay? Then enter. So we have this value 0.994088555. Then next, mag-insert tayo. Tingnan natin sa table. Yan. Scatter, ay! Forgot to copy it. Copy natin to. Study hours. Yan. Hanggang dito. So, insert natin siya. Yan. And then, insert insert natin. Then, chart. Tapos, scatter chart. Tapos, yan. So, positive correlation pa rin siya. And, strong ang kanilang correlation. Kita natin dikit-dikit. Ito. Yan ang itsura niya. R's and test scores. Now, para sa ating prediction, so alam naman natin na y is equal to a plus bx. So, kunin muna natin ang ating intercept. So, paano natin makukuha yon? So, lagay natin to dito sa blank, na column, ang ating formula na equals intercept. Yan. Then, iselect natin tong y values. Copy natin sa table. Ang hirap i-copy. Wait lang. Oop. Yan. Then, sunod naman natin ay itong x values natin. Oops. Yan. Okay, enter. No! Medyo nag-NA. Namali ba tayo? Ulitin natin. Intercept. Yan. Intercept. Put natin itong values. Oops. Yan. Dito. Then, lagyan natin dito. Then, yan. X values natin. Lagyan natin. Hello. Yan. Yan. Oops. Yan. Yan. Okay. Then, dito. Yan. So, we have the value 49.4727. Okay. Next naman, kunin natin tong slope. So, with the formula equals, abstract natin slope. Then, ayaw niya. Wrong. Hindi ito. Ulit natin. Equals slope. Yan. Tapos, insert natin tong known y. Hanggang dito. 94. Then, ba't ayaw niya mag-ganon? Yan. Sunod naman ay, lagyan natin siya ng comma. Yan. Sunod naman na itong x ulit. Halos same as nung kanina. Oops, yan. Then, we enter. So, yan. Meron naman tayong 4.12727. Okay, so, paano naman natin ma-predict? So, gagawin natin is ma-multiply natin. Ito siya. So, multiply natin tong ating formula. Okay, ito yung ating nakuha. We have 98.999 or approximately 99 yung So, paano natin siya nakuha? Ito siya. So, itong intercept, lagay natin dito, then multiply by 12 kasi 12 yung ating hinahanap. So, minultiply ko muna tong 4 which is ito. Makikita natin yan. Double-click natin. Yan, o. Yan. We have yung value nito times 12. Then, dito naman, wala. Fix natin yan. Then, nakuha natin to kasi inad pa natin itong A. So, yan. Nakuha natin ang 98.99. Na kapag ka nag-aral ng 12 hours, ang ating prediction is 98.99 or approximately 99 ang kanyang test scores. And lastly, for our problem number 4, we have the water temperature and oxygen solubility regression. So, our independent variable is, or yung ating xi, itong water temperature, which is nasa degree Celsius. Tapos ang ating dependent or yung ating y ay itong ating oxygen concentration. Yan. Then, ayan. So, we have, yan, 5, 10, 15, and so on. So, temperature, density salt ay 12.8, 11.3. Ayan. So, ang ating goal ay malaman yung regression equation. And, ayan, specifically, examine yung slope. Ayan, which represent the decrease in oxygen for every 1 degree increase in temperature. So, ayan, as usual, lagay natin ang ating formula, which is equals regression. Ay! Which is equal correlation, my bad, sorry. Equal correl. Then, let's put our first one. Then next we have, oops. The next for the, oh. Yeah, let's start again. Wala siya eh. Okay. Bigay itong X. Hirap mo ano sa tablet. Ayan. Let's put the color. Ayan. Then, ayan. Dissolved oxygen naman or yung Y natin. Lagyan natin siya. Ayan, okay? Then, enter. So, meron tayong, ito. Ang lumabas ay negative 0.987287837. So, yun yung lumabas natin. So, negative siya. So, tingnan natin. So, kita na natin na negative or pa downslope. So, kasi negative yung lumabas. Hindi positive. Pero, sige, check pa rin natin sa atin. Mag-insert tayo ng chart. Ay, copy pala natin both. Copy natin both tong table. Then, after natin makopy, punta tayo sa insert, then chart, tapos scatter chart. Tingnan natin siya. Ayan. Ang pababa nga siya. So, ayan. So, pero, magkakadikit pa rin tong mga dots. So, ating theta. So, strong, ano siya? Strong pa rin siya. Pero, pababa. So, negative. Natin. Negative. Strong. Yan, we have a negative but strong correlation. So, that's all. So, ayan. I hope ay natutunan nyo kung paano mag-solve. Ayan, at saka para makita din, paano makita using tables or charts pala kung negative ba, positive ba, strong ba, or weak ba itong ating data. Ito ating correlation nila with each other. At saka, ayun, kung paano tayo mag-predict ng ano yung magiging sunod example dito sa ating test scores. But, ayun nga, even though na we know yung kanilang correlation, kung paano sila nagre-relate to each other or nag-i-interact, pero correlation is not equal to causation. So, ibig sabihin, hindi porket parang may relationship or parang naapektuhan tong ano ba pwede nating example? Etong study hours at saka tong test scores, example natin yan. It doesn't mean na ayun nga mismo yung nagkakos nito. Okay, so that's all. Thank you.